young woman who is making a real difference in Grand Bahama, inspiring, empowering, and uplifting the next generation.
Bahamian Footprints, presented by Coca-Cola.
Remi Henderson is more than a community leader. She's a trailblazer. In 2023, she founded Young Women Walking in Faith, a faith-based nonprofit that empowers young women through scholarships, mentorship, and spiritual encouragement. Remi, welcome to What's Trending. We're thrilled to have you here with us.
Hi, thank you guys so much for having me.
It's definitely our pleasure. So Remi, tell us about Young Women Walking in Faith. What inspired you to start this nonprofit and what's its mission?
So Young Women Walking in Faith is a nonprofit, faith-based organization founded by myself in 2023. And what we do is we empower young women through education, through faith, and through mentorship. And I was asking God, how can I make a difference with the young women back home from my island? And he gave me the vision of Young Women Walking in Faith. And what we do is we provide 3 scholarships to 3 young ladies every 3 years, and we pay for their tuition at Bishop Michael Eldon, which is near and dear to my heart because that's my former high school.
So talk to us a little bit about how you select these young women and for the scholarship process.
So they're selected by me, and we go through a process where we look at their needs, we look at their character, and just how they want their desire to grow, not just academically, but also personally and spiritually. So yeah.
So beyond the financial support, why WWF provides mentorship and spiritual encouragement as well. Why was this aspect so important?
Well, although financial support is super important, I believe that these girls, they needed more than that. They needed guidance, they needed prayers, and that's why I believe that the spiritual and mentorship part was like super important. And at that age, there's so many distractions that come. And I just wanted to be there holding their hand along the way, just encouraging them to always put God first in everything that they do, because their purpose and their value is found in Christ.
And since starting the organization, Remi, what's been the most rewarding moment for you?
Well, honestly, I think just seeing how grateful my girls were, they just always message me and update me with things that are going on at school, with their extracurricular activities. And there was one moment that touched my heart, and it was when I had told my girls that I would be not just paying for their tuition, but I would just be giving them textbooks, school uniform, school shoes, like just everything that can allow a student to feel confident in entering the new school year. And one of the girls, like as I told her, she just started crying, and it honestly caused me to start crying too, because in that moment I realized that this was bigger than me. This was God's work at hand, and it truly just made me feel like I was making a difference in the community with these young girls.
That's definitely beautiful. So what, if any, challenges have you faced in establishing and growing the organization, and how did you overcome them?
Well, I believe, with any nonprofit organization, we deal with funding and just growing. However, I've trusted God along the way. Every decision that I made was through prayer and just being obedient to God, because when God gives you a vision, he's going to provide the provision for whatever it is that he needs you to do. So I'm just being obedient.
That is definitely true. So how do you see WWF shaping the future of leaders in Grand Bahama?
So I see them shaping the future as leaders because, it's important that we're investing in them at such a young age. And I believe that these girls are future professionals, future mothers, change makers. And I think that with this program, we're just encouraging them and teaching them that leadership is in purpose, in faith, and in integrity. And just that it's important to navigate life in faith, and just teaching them discipline and just to be confident in what they do.
That's definitely some good advice. But what advice would you give to young women who are listening today who want to pursue leadership or even start their own initiatives?
Honestly, I would say just go with God. Put God first in everything that you do. Things won't be perfect, but obedience is far more important than perfection. And just to stay humble and stay consistent, and that when God uses you, just be obedient. Just be obedient. He will literally just give you everything, every tool that you need. And yeah, that's what I would just say to these young girls.
Well, thank you so much, Remi, for sharing your inspiring story with us today. Your dedication to empowering young women, providing scholarships, mentorship, and spiritual guidance is truly changing lives in Grand Bahama. So thanks again.
Thank you so much.